Maruti Suzuki Baleno has proven to be an immensely successful model for the company ever since its launch. Such has been the success that if you walk into a Maruti Suzuki showroom today, you just can't go and buy one off the shelf. There's a long waiting period on this car. So what really has made this car successful? What is it that consumers are liking so much about this car? That's what we'll try and find out. And to start with, the first thing is the design. If you look at the design, you will find similarities with the existing Swift. Now, there is a lot of this modern treatment. You look at the LED DRLs, the daytime running lamps. The overall front end has been designed to look sharp yet subtle at the same time. So it looks modern yet contemporary. And that is one good thing about the Baleno. So it sort of suits to all tastes. So continuing with the design, if we come and talk about the side, the silhouette of the Baleno is pretty sharp. If you look at the rear, this extending, the sloping rear gives it a very sporty look from the rear. Now you look at the wheels, our test car has got 16-inch wheels. This is available only with the top variant. So if you choose for the lower ones, you'll get 15-inch wheels. And if you come right down to the rear of the vehicle, you'll see these tail lamps, completely new design. It's got these LEDs, looks great at the night, gives it a very contemporary and an upscale and upmarket look. This being a top variant, it's also got this chrome lining here. So all of it overall gives the Baleno a very premium look, precisely what Maruti Suzuki wants to portray. Once inside the Baleno, you come across this refreshingly new interior. Now, it features a completely new dashboard. You look at the center console, you look at the instrument cluster, all of it is brand new from a Maruti Suzuki perspective. At the center, you have this touch screen. Now, this is a touch screen, it's also got Apple CarPlay. So if you are someone who has an Apple iPhone, you will be able to seamlessly integrate your phone with this car. That is one really good thing. And if you look at the instrument cluster again, it looks modern, it looks futuristic, it offers, if you look at this, the center display, it gives a wide variety of information. You can look at the average fuel economy, the range, how many kilometers you can go. You can look at detailed driving pattern, the time. Interestingly, this is one interesting feature, torque and power. So based on how much of the throttle you're using, this display lets you know what amount of power and the torque you're using. So if I would say, as you can see, so when you're driving, it actually shows how much of the power and torque you're using of what is available from the engine. The material quality overall is satisfactory. It's good, although not best in segment. I wouldn't say it's the best in class, but it is acceptable. It's good. The hard plastic part could have been a little better. If you look at the seats are really good for its segment. The side support and the shoulder support is pretty decent. The bottle holders are practical. You can actually place 1 liter bottles in them. All of it, the headroom is good. So overall, if you look at the driver perspective, the front end of the Baleno is really impressive. There's not much you can complain about, except for the fact that the plastic quality could have been a little better. One of the key highlights of the Maruti Suzuki Baleno's cabin is this touchscreen. Now, this color touchscreen offers a wide variety of functions. It's a touchscreen, so you can swap across the radio channels, go back, you can connect your phone, and you can access all the calling functions. This also has navigation, so you can use navigation. All of this becomes a lot easier if you have an Apple iPhone, because this has got Apple's CarPlay. So your Apple iPhone would seamlessly integrate with this device and give you easier access to all of these functionalities. If you talk of the response, the touch works well. All of it works pretty decent. There's no slowing down from the system, and that's one good thing from this thing. So now that we've told you how the interior is from a driver or a co-passenger's perspective, let us talk about how the rear is. Now, as you can see, it's got a lot of space inside. That really isn't a problem here. I've got the driver's seat adjusted to my driving preference, and my height is 5 feet 8 inches. So going by that standard, if you see, even if I try and extend, there's a lot of space between my knees and the front seat, also because it's a little bit scooped out, so that creates more space. The legroom is more than sufficient. Even people taller than me, even people having a height of 5'10" or even 6 feet shouldn't have a major problem with space. There's a lot of it. If you talk of the seat itself, you can see the bench is pretty decent. I wouldn't say it's the best in the business as of now. The under thigh support is average at best. This could have been a little better, and so the taller you are, the problem will be a bit more for you. The back support is good. The headroom again is good. So even if you're someone with a height of 5 feet 10 inches, it still shouldn't be much of a problem. So overall, if you look at the Baleno from an interior perspective, the cabin is well designed. It's got good features. You've got everything right from a touchscreen, climate control, you've got a multi-information display. There's a lot of space inside, and overall there's the quality of material is also impressive, although in some places the plastic could have been better. So overall, our rating is the cabin really cuts the job for it. Now, the Maruti Suzuki Baleno is offered with two engines, a petrol and a diesel. Both are the same engines that you find in the Swift. So the petrol is a 1.2 liters K series VVT engine with 83 horsepower on tap. The one that we are driving right now is the diesel version. So it's got the 1.3 liter DDIS engine with 75 horsepower and 190 Newton meters of torque. Both the engines are mated to a 5-speed manual transmission, and in the petrol you also have the option of picking up a CVT, that's an automatic CVT. So overall, the options that way, the choices are quite a lot. And if you look at, if I talk of the driving part, the engine overall, the engine, it's got a bit of a turbo lag when you start off down in the driving range. So till the time you hit about 2000 RPM, there's some bit of lag. That's something that you would also find in the Swift. It's a problem with this engine overall, but once you are above 2000 RPM and once the turbo spools in, the response is pretty impressive. You're not left wanting for more power. The gear shifts are pretty precise. Overall, the ratios are well sorted. So if you're talking about driving on the highway, overtaking on the highway, especially those long trailers, isn't much of a problem, provided you're in the right gear, the right RPM. Just ensure that you're always close to 2000 RPM. Below that, acceleration can be somewhat an issue. Now, if you talk of the handling of the Baleno, it's almost a neutral handling car. So it's not all out sporty. It's not really bad either. It's not really soft. It's got a well balanced suspension setup. Offers decent ride quality. So when you're in the city and you're going over bad roads, uneven surfaces, it really soaks up most of the bumps. The cabin remains largely insulated, and when you're going flat out through a corner, when you're really going hard over a corner, it still offers you a lot of confidence. So there's a lot of grip available. The Apollo Alnac tires do a decent job through the corners. Since this is a new platform, it's got a light chassis, so the lighter weight also aids the handling throughout when you're really going fast. So that is all from us today. We have told you what really makes the Baleno such a successful vehicle. What is it that defines its success? What is it that really appeals to the consumers? For more videos, please log on to our YouTube channel, which is Financial Express. You can search it by the name of Financial Express. And for more text reviews and for the latest in terms of automobile industry, the news, reviews, views, opinions, please log on to financialexpress.com/auto. Thank you for today.